Have you ever been to Uttarakhand? Right there, where the Himalayas stand tall like ancient guardians, there's this village I know. Nestled right in the heart of these majestic mountains. It's the kind of place where time feels like it's paused in traditions. They're alive in every corner. Now, imagine this: dark, green patches of the forest, valleys where sunlight plays hide and seek. Every time I looked at them, I felt something. A mix of wonder and, well, a bit of unease. You ever felt that? Like there's a story there, waiting to be told? Let me know in the comments if you've ever felt that way about a place. Because this story, it's one that's become a part of me. Ever experienced a Kumani Holi? It's not just a festival, it's an explosion of colors, sounds, and emotions. Picture this: the village square buzzing with energy, kids laughing with faces painted in every hue imaginable, and the air? It's thick with the scent of incense and the rhythmic beat of drums. But amidst all this celebration, there was Satish. He was like that one cloud on a clear day. Tall, with eyes that seemed to hide a universe of stories. When our eyes met, it felt like I'd stumbled upon a secret. Ever had that feeling? That instant connection with a stranger? Drop a comment if you have. Because that day, I felt it. And I knew I needed to know more. The tales surrounding Satish seemed to grow with each passing day. Everyone, from the young to the old, had something to share. Old Kala Auntie once confided in me about an evening she saw him at the ancient temple ruins, lighting lamps that everyone believed hadn't been touched in years. Young Meena, with wide-eyed innocence, was convinced she saw him standing in the fields, just gazing at the moon for what felt like an eternity. And the children? Their fearless curiosity led them to spin tales of their own, daring each other to approach his hut or follow his shadowy figure into the woods. It's intriguing, right? How one person can stir so many stories and emotions. While some folks brushed these tales off as mere village chatter, others, especially the elders, wore expressions of deep concern. It made me ponder, what was it about Satish that captivated the entire village? But here's where things took a turn. As nights fell and the village settled into its usual rhythm, there was this soft scribbling sound that would come from Satish's hut. And those words, "Oh lady, come tomorrow?" They weren't just scribbles on a page. They felt like a plea, echoing an ancient legend we'd all grown up hearing. A legend of spirits, promises, and a curse that awaited those who dared to break them. The change in Satish was palpable. The night seemed to grow colder, and there was this peculiar scent in the air, like birdwood after a ritual. And the forest? It felt like it was alive, responding to his every move. The villagers, especially the elders, grew more anxious. They'd hurry their kids inside as dusk approached, and even the bravest among us hesitated to walk past his hut. It was clear, something was unfolding, and Satish was at the center of it all. The forest, which had always been our village's backdrop, began showing signs that something was amiss. Trees that once stood tall and proud now seemed to lean in, as if trying to share whispered secrets. Birds that were usually heard during the day began to sing at night, their melodies taking on an eerie tone. And the deer, usually so shy and elusive, were now seen venturing close to the village, their eyes reflecting a mix of curiosity and caution. There were old tales, stories our grandparents would share by the fireside, about the forest reacting to certain individuals, those who could bridge our world with something beyond. It felt like Satish was tapping into that, trying to communicate or maybe even appease the spirits of the forest. And for many of us, especially me, it was unsettling. Nights became restless, with the distant sound of drums echoing, leaving me with a whirlwind of thoughts about the mysteries Satish was unraveling. One evening, something inside me just snapped. Maybe it was the weight of all the stories, or perhaps a burning need to find answers. With every step into the forest, I felt a mix of dread and determination. The forest floor was damp beneath my feet, each crunch of the leaves echoing my racing heartbeat. Shadows played tricks on my eyes, moving and shifting with the moonlight. The usual sounds of the forest were replaced by an almost tangible silence, broken only by the distant hum of an unknown melody. Trees seemed to watch, their branches reaching out as if trying to share their age-old secrets. All the while, I was driven by a single thought: to uncover the truth about Satish and the forest's transformation. But nothing could prepare me for what awaited. The night was at its darkest, the only light coming from the flickering candles I held as I made my way through the forest. I had never ventured this close to Satish's hut before, and every step felt like a journey into the unknown. As the first light of dawn began to break, the clearing came into view. There it was, Satish's hut, standing isolated, a symbol of all the mysteries that had consumed our village. The stories I'd heard about this place suddenly felt all too real, and a sense of foreboding gripped me. The door of the hut was slightly ajar, as if inviting me in, or perhaps something out. The inside, dimly lit by the early morning light, was scattered with symbols and writings that seemed to move and shift as I tried to focus on them. But Satish? He was nowhere to be seen. The haunting words, "Oh lady come tomorrow," echoed in my mind, now scribbled everywhere inside the hut, as if in a frenzied state. The silence was deafening, punctuated only by my own heartbeat, which felt louder than any drum. As I stood there, trying to piece together the puzzle, a whirlwind of emotions took over: regret for having ventured this far, fear of the unknown, and a desperate need to understand. The village's reaction to his sudden disappearance was a mix of relief and concern. Some said he'd finally become one with the forest spirits, while others whispered about a darker, more sinister fate. For me, that empty hut, with its chilling secrets, was a stark reminder of the thin line between curiosity and the unknown. The tale of Satish left an indelible mark on our village. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, but the echoes of his story lingered in every corner. The once vibrant village square now felt subdued. Children, who once played fearlessly by the forest's edge, now hesitated, their laughter replaced by hushed whispers. Elders, who used to share tales of old, now spoke in cautious tones, their eyes darting towards the forest with a mix of reverence and fear. For me, the impact was deeply personal. Every time I passed by that hut or gazed into the forest, memories flooded back, reminding me of that fateful dawn. The boundaries between reality and legend seemed blurred. Was Satish a mere mortal caught in a web of folklore, or was there a deeper truth hidden in the shadows? Years have passed, but the enigma of Satish's tale still looms large. Every rustle in the forest, every unexpected breeze, feels like a nudge, a reminder that some stories, no matter how unsettling, are destined to stay with us forever. And as I share this with you, I can't help but wonder, have you ever felt the weight of a story from your past? A tale that refuses to fade? I'd love to hear about it in the comments.
Survive the tale and crave more. Your bravery deserves applause. Dare to dive deeper. Haunt that like, share, and subscribe. Whispers in the dark or screams aloud. Share your thoughts. Your voice guides our next ghostly tale.